Welcome back, everybody. Today, I'm going to teach you how to activate and deactivate Apex triggers in Salesforce. This is an essential skill when you need to temporarily disable certain automated processes during data migrations, testing, or troubleshooting without permanently deleting your trigger code. Let's start by accessing the Salesforce setup area. Look for the gear icon in the top right corner of your Salesforce interface and click on it from the drop-down menu that appears. Select Setup. This takes you to the Configuration Hub where you can manage all aspects of your Salesforce organization. Once you're in the Setup area, you'll see a quick find search box on the left side of the screen. This is your shortcut to navigate through Salesforce's extensive settings. Go ahead and type Apex Triggers into this search box. As you type, you'll see matching results appear below. Click on Apex Triggers from the list of results. This will bring you to a page displaying all the Apex triggers that exist in your Salesforce org. Here's something important to note. Whenever you create a new Apex trigger in Salesforce, it will default to active status automatically. This means it starts running immediately upon creation, so keep this in mind when developing new triggers in your production environment. Now, locate the specific trigger you want to deactivate from the list displayed on your screen. Next to each trigger name, you'll see an Edit button. Click on Edit next to your target trigger. This opens up the trigger's configuration page where you can modify its settings. On this configuration page, you'll see a checkbox labeled Is Active. This checkbox controls whether the trigger is currently running or not. To deactivate the trigger, simply uncheck the Is Active box. By unchecking this, you're telling Salesforce to stop executing this trigger's logic, even though the code itself remains in your system unchanged. After unchecking the box, scroll down and click the Save button to confirm your changes. Give Salesforce a moment to process and save this update. Your trigger is now deactivated and will no longer fire when its associated events occur. When you need to reactivate the trigger later, simply repeat this exact same process. Navigate back to the Apex Triggers page through Setup, click Edit on the deactivated trigger, check the Is Active box again, and click Save. The trigger will immediately resume its normal operation. And there you have it. You now know how to control your Apex triggers by activating and deactivating them as needed. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.